विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्बोद्धूतं यथा निद्रया यस्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्रचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ वर्स् 57-58 असत्यालम्बनत्वेन सत्यः सर्वजडस्य तु साधकत्वेन चिद्रूपः सदा प्रेमास्पदत्वतः आनन्दरूपः सर्वार्थ साधकत्वेन हेतुना सर्वसम्बन्धवत्वेन सम्पूर्णः शिवसंज्ञितः। So this Abhasavada has been discussed. He is establishing, Vidyaranya establishes Abhasavada, which has begun from verse number 27, and he wants to show that Jiva and Ishvara both are Chidabhasa, and the consciousness is quite distinct from these two, from both types of Chidabhasa, micro and macro. And this Kutastha is Shuddham, ever free. That alone is called Shivaha in Shiva Purana. That's what he is quoting now. Verse 56, 57, 58 are quotations from Shiva Purana, that who is Lord Shiva is this alone, consciousness, etc. So asatyalambatvena satyah. So he is a alambanam. Alambana of adhisthana. Alambana means here adhisthana, the essence, the Atma of asatyam. Well, asatyam. Asatyam means basically which is mithya. So Shiva is Satya. Asatya alambatvena Satya is adhishthanam of this asat. Therefore he says Sat Swarupa, Satya. Sarva jadasya sadhakatvena chidrupa. Sarva jadasya. Basically, well, the entire this prapancha, sarva, this entire prapancha which is jadam, which is inert, which is anatma. Here he says he is a sadhakatvena. Sadhakatvena means it illumines. The world is an object of knowledge for a conscious being. Means the conscious being, the consciousness as such. Conscious being means it's the being which is consciousness illumines the entire prapancha. Because it is jadam, it has to be illumined. What is self-illumining is consciousness. What is illumined by others is jadam. So sarva jadasya sadhakatvena means illumining. Well, just being the illuminator. Sadhaka here will have to say illuminator. Sadhakatvena, by being an illuminator of sarva jadam for the entire anatma prapancha. Shiva is chit swarupaha. Naturally it is consciousness. So first he said asatya alambatvena satyah sat swarupaha Shivaha. Then sarva jadasya sadhakatvena chidrupaha Shiva. And then premas padatvatah anandarupaha. We have to take together. So we have to go to the next verse also. So premas padatvaha Premaspadatvatah Anandarupaha. So because one loves Ananda, and therefore one loves oneself. We have seen one loves Ananda, one loves oneself. One loves the means for the sake of goal. One loves the goal for the sake of oneself. So basically, there is no real love for means or goals in the world. Means and goals means the entire world. Certain part of the world becomes a means, certain part of the world becomes a goal. That's it. Some means you use in order to achieve some goal which is also part of the world. So nobody really loves means and goals ultimately, because if say one loves goals but that is for oneself, and one loves means for the sake of goal, and therefore there is a prema bhasa. It looks like that we love the different things in the world, but actually not. We love the self. Actually we love Ananda and we love oneself. Therefore Atma is Ananda Swarupaha. So Satchidananda. So the Premaspadattvena Ananda Rupaha. Only source of Ananda is oneself. And that is why, but Swamiji, how do I feel that I love my child? How? What is the mechanism? If one loves oneself, then you love the child also. Then something from the self must have gone there. That's what it is. When you love the child, frankly speaking, you love the self in the child. Really. In that name and form, because there are two children, let us say. One child, other child. Yet the one child belongs to the neighbor. One child belongs to me. Belongs to me. What you love, well, because it belongs to you. So Atma basically, so I extend the Atma to that Anatma, that name and form, child. So basically I am not loving the child. I love the extended I in the child. Right? I love the extended I in the microwave oven. I love the extended I in the home. I love the extended I in a refrigerator. I love the extended, whatever you love. When the refrigerator was there in the store, in the market, you didn't love. When it came to home, or you bought it, let us say, you bought it, you got connected, then you start loving and worrying also. So this is how it is. So basically the I, which get extended to that particular name and form, then you start loving. So really speaking, you love yourself. Actually, you love the extended I, which we call mama, mine. Anyway, so that's how. So things in the world, once you buy or they belong to you, then you love. And therefore actually you love the self. Because this and then they become a source of joy, because ultimately you are connected to you. Ananda is not a product of any name and form. Ananda is not a part of any name and form. Ananda is not a property of any name and form. Ananda is just the self. That's it. Earlier the understanding, better the quality of life. Earlier the understanding. In this open session, I'm blessing you that you please understand this as fast as possible. If you want a real independence in your life, if you want to enjoy the moksha, the freedom in your life, without even having a nishtha, the clarity in the self, I tell you, this is the thing. You will love. Because whenever your joy is dependent upon anything, it may be a person or a given thing, it's really not a joy. Where there is a dependency, where is a joy? Where there is a freedom, there is a joy. So we should understand this very well. We are so fortunate to have this kind of a teaching with us. Anyway, premaspadattvataha means prema vishayattvataha. Since Atma is an object of love, Well, Brihadaranyaka talks about in two places, I told you last time also. Ananda only is analyzed. The goal of life is ultimately Ananda for everyone, and that has been analyzed. What is this Ananda? Ananda is the self. Ananda is not a part, not a product, not a property of any name and form in the world. It is because that name and form gets connected to you, then you get extended into that name and form. So you love yourself, the extended self in that name and form. Please understand this. And that extension of the self is called mine, my child, my book, my house, etc. You love. You don't love the house, you love my house. You don't love the child, you love my child. It means your child, like that. So connection. So basically, extension of I only is loved in a given name and form. So anyway, so and that Ananda is analyzed at two places, Purushaveda Brahmana and Maitreyi Brahmana. And so everybody loves oneself. But Swamiji, one person asked this question. One loves oneself. He is a selfish guy. I want to be selfless. I want to love everyone. If you want to love everyone, not just this name and form, you should extend to other names and forms to start love. And better than that is, you not extension of I. You should see as the I. Every name and form is an expression of one I. Then the way you love this name and form, you love other names and forms. That's the only way out. Because you love the self. If you see the self in every name and form, then you love every name and form. Because ultimately, you love the self. So, universal brotherhood and universal love, and wonderful thing, wonderful thing. There is no question. That person's life is something really extraordinary. Because ultimately, whole human life is based on two things. Only in my perception, it is not even knowledge or anything, just love and happiness. These two I consider as an essence of life. And if really one has discovered what is love and what is Ananda, that person's quality of life is extraordinary. Because he's not misguided by anything. We all are misguided, and at times we have a failure in love and other things because we have not understood truly what is the source of love. The source of love is the source of Ananda. The source of Ananda is the source of love. Because one loves oneself. So very beautifully said, Premaspadatvatah Ananda. Premaspadatvatah, Tasil Pratyaya is in a Tritiya sense you can take, or even in a Panchami sense. So Premaspadatvatah, being of the nature of love, being of the object of love, let us say, Ananda Rupa. The self is Ananda Rupa. Self is of the nature of Ananda. Fullness. Self is full, complete. That's what he is going to say, Sampurnaha, etc. later. So this is how Satchidananda he has established. And one more point, we have to say, and then one more question. Swamiji, is Jnani a selfish or not? Yes, he is selfish. Everyone is selfish and he is also selfish. Then there is no difference between ignorant and Jnani. There is a difference. One is unenlightened selfish. Other is enlightened selfish. Okay, that's a difference. Both are selfish. But enlightened selfish. Enlightened selfish is called Mahatma. Because not that his Atma is Mahan, therefore he is Mahatma. He knows that I am Mahan. That's it. Other knows that I am petty self. So that's how. He knows he is a great self. Self is great that he knows. That's a clarity. One who knows this is Mahatma. Whether he need not have to wear this kind of dress, etc. You should know that you are great. In reality, you are full, complete. Anyway, so so second line of 57 and first line of 58 you have to join. So Shiva eva premasmanantataha anandarupa. And one more thing is added is anantarupa, because sarvartha sadhakatvena hetuna sarva sambandhavatvena sampurna, that part is left. So that indicates sampurna rupa, purna swarupa, ananta rupa. That also we have to understand, that Atma is purna swarupa. Sarvartha sadhakatvena hetuna. Sarvartha sadhakatvena hetuna. Well, it being the cause of, just by being the cause of sarvartha sadhakatvena, Atma pervades everything, and the sadhaka as such, I told you, illumines. So Atma pervades everything and illumines everything. So light illumines basically the object by pervading it, and then it illumines. So by pervading, by spreading, like the light. Here in the room there is a light. So all the objects are lighted here, illumined in my room. Means what? Because of the light has pervaded, spreaded over it. So if the light, of that, let's say source, tube light, let us say, if the light of that bulb, suppose it is confined to itself, then these different objects, even my body will not be illumined. So when my body is illumined right now, definitely in this room, then the light must have pervaded, spread it over. So light spreads over and illumines. Same way, every object is within the ambit of consciousness. Every object is, when you say it's the object, well, definitely because it's an object of your knowledge. If it is an object of knowledge, definitely it is pervaded by consciousness. So anything outside light, well, we say is not visible. Anything outside consciousness, well, can't be existent. So once it becomes an object of knowledge, you say it is existent. Anything we say it is, definitely it is an object of knowledge. Means it is pervaded by consciousness, like the light pervades the different objects. So, therefore, everything is within consciousness. Consciousness includes everything. Means consciousness, that is I, the real I mean, is a possessor of everything. Why possessor? You don't possess light, Swamiji. Your body is illumined by the light, but the light is light and you are you. How can you say you possess the light? Or the light possesses you. Let us say it's the other way. Light possesses you. Here, in case of light, we cannot say. It's a limitation of an example. But in the case of the world, which is an object of knowledge, you cannot prove the existence of the entire world, well, without consciousness. And therefore, definitely, everything belongs to consciousness. Consciousness lends existence also by illumining everything in the creation, starting from the space to everything. Well, by illumining, consciousness lends existence also. Because if it is not illumined, you cannot prove the existence. Well, if it is not pervaded by you, the consciousness, and yet you are proving the existence of an object, it is not. And therefore, definitely, consciousness lends existence. Means everything belongs to consciousness. Therefore, because that's how I am a possessor of everything. Nothing is away from me. I am the owner of everything, you can say. For Vyavhara's sake, it is okay. So if you say I am a owner of everything, Swamiji, then I will come to your room today. I will come to ashram and to your room. And whatever I find very valuable, I will take it. Because ultimately, you say you are owner. I am owner, so say you can also say you are owner. Then I can take away anything. For Vyavhara's sake, well, definitely, you can say this chappal belongs to you, this particular pair of clothes belongs to you, this belongs to this book belongs to you. For Vyavhara's sake. But really speaking, you don't lack anything. At the level of ahankara, definitely you can say few things you possess. But ultimately, real I is a possessor, owner of everything. You don't lack anything. So, Purnatma ekandesu samikshatam, if you remember Sadhana Panchakam, well, Acharya said, so, ekante, just go in silence and well susamikshana. Very well understand this statement. The Atma, the I, is a Purnaha. Purnaha means a owner of everything. You own everything. That's how Purnatma. We have also seen in this Trupti Prakranam. So anyway, Sarvartha Sadhakatvena Hetuna, being illuminator for all objects, well, everything is owned by yourself. That is, this is once you say I am owner of everything, there is a Trupti, right? Trupti. And one more issue, psychological issues will resolve. Because we feel that we want to belong, we want to get belong to someone else. I want Swamiji that someone should tell me, Swamiji, you are mine. That's it. So we are all the time not knowing I belong, means I am a belonger of, I belong, I am owner of everything. Everything belongs to me. If I don't know, all the time there is a desire that someone should tell me that you belong to me. That's it. Someone should say, oh, you are mine. Really speaking, you are mine. That's it. We are in search of that. Anyway, so we want that, you belong to me. Because as an individual, I feel limited. And then definitely insecurity also will be there. And when someone says, you belong to me, you are mine, then you feel little security. And that's what actually we are lacking in our life. That's how we have insecurity. Loneliness also. Sense of insecurity increases, loneliness increases. That's how it is. And sense of insecurity comes because I feel that I don't belong to anybody. More you have that sense that you don't belong to anybody, more insecurity you will have. And more loneliness. You feel you are lonely. Nobody belongs to you, and you do not belong to anybody. That is how all the time there is a struggle. At least you want to belong to some group. You want to be a part of the group. You don't, especially after retirement, you see, people become a member of various groups. So because you all the time feel that you belong to somebody, some group, at least a group of people, 20, 25 people. Your Swami feels. Swami Buddha Muktatmanda group. Swami feels, so they belong to me or I belong to them. Honestly. I don't talk about you, but I am talking about myself. So this is because ignorance. Because you don't know that everything belongs to you. Everything in the creation. You are nothing is away from you. What belongs to you means you are not away from them or they are not away from you. Then there is a question of an isolation and sense of loneliness. But not knowing this, that's how we say, in order to get rid of this sense of loneliness, attend the class, then people feel what kind of a thing it is. This is an issue, psychological issue, and he is talking me to attend the class. So you very self-knowledge and very sense of loneliness. But there is a connection. Anyway. So when we grow old, definitely, time to time, we exchange gifts in a relationship is for this purpose. In order to reinforce a sense of belonging, you exchange gifts. Honestly. So when we don't, revive relationship through this kind of gestures of sharing the gifts or giving the gifts, etc., then this, definitely, the sense of belonging, becomes lesser and lesser. In between two persons' relationship, there was earlier a lot of exchange of gifts and other things. Then slowly one person has reduced, suppose, or there is a reduction because some issue. So then, definitely, they feel that now he does not belong to she or she does not belong to he. Both will have that feeling. So to maintain the sense of belonging in others, there is a gesture also to give the gifts. That's there. Once you give a gift, you feel closeness. He belongs to you, he or she belongs to you, whatever. And then when the sense of belonging becomes lesser and lesser, you feel rejected, isolated, emotional issue. So whether people talk to me or not, well, whether they wish, all issues will come. Now the issue, when the things were all right, you didn't bother. Somebody did not wish you a birthday. You didn't bother. Now, under these circumstances, when the sense of rejection is there, every small issue becomes a very big. A person of a distant relationship, if he does not wish you on birthday, you feel, you make a issue in your mind. Earlier you didn't bother. So this is how it is. Whole thing is connected. So you don't know yourself that everything belongs to you, or you nothing is separate from you, and then definitely that brings a sense of insecurity, that brings a sense of loneliness, and well, definitely, and this sense of loneliness is there, then sense of rejection, and sense of rejection is there, all other emotional issues also come. Sense of isolation and loneliness brings all other issues. So anyway, I don't lack anything. Why? Sarvartha sadhakatvena hetuna sarva sambandhavatvena. Atma has got connection with everything. What kind of a connection? There is no second thing. There is no second thing at all. Then where is question of connection? Yeah, Satya-mithya connection. Everything belongs to you. That connection. Like all the waves belong to water. That's it. Same way. Water has no sense of isolation, knowing that I pervade every wave. All the waves belong to me. Or I pervade everything. They are not separate from me, etc. If same water has identified with a one name and form, one wave, that's it. Sense of isolation. This wave is bigger, that is that. He is away from me. I love that wave, but it doesn't come to me. It doesn't look at me. It doesn't wish me birthday, as whatever. All issues will come. So, Sampurnaha Shiva Sangnita. Shiva Sangnita. This is called Shiva. This Sachidananda who is pervading everything, and who is Sampurna, who is limitless, and that is ultimately the Kutastha Atma alone. Relating and non-relating, I am free. Relating and non-relating. Relating to mithya thing or non-relating to mithya. Whether the wave resolves, well, non-relating to the wave for the water, or relating to the wave, well, I am free because they belong to me. So this impersonal Atma, the Kutastha, is Shiva. Shiva Sangnitaha. 59. Iti Shaiva Puraneshu Kutastha Pravivechitaha Jiveshatvadirahitaha Kevala Saprabha Shivaha. So iti, in this manner, as mentioned in verse 56, 57 and 58, Shiva Puraneshu Shlokeshu. Well, in this Shiva Purana, these verses 56, 57, 58, which has been mentioned here. Maybe in Shiva Purana the numbers may be different, but in here it is 56, 57, 58. These are the verses from Shiva Purana, which talks about that this Kutastha Atma alone, impersonal Atma alone, is Shiva. And how you have arrived at this Kutastha Chaitanyam? Well, or Sakshi Chaitanyam, it has been separated from this Anatma Prapancha. And in Anatma Prapancha, three things are there: Jagat, Jivaha, and Ishvaraha. And well, and how you are separated after knowing what is this? Well, Jiva is basically reflecting medium plus reflected consciousness. And what is the reflecting medium? Shariratrayam, three shariras, and that Pratibimbita Chaitanyam or Chidabhasa, which we call as this Jiva we call as a Vishwa Tejas Prajna. So these reflections are mithya, and then the reflecting mediums are also mithya, and therefore, well, but the reflection is not possible without the original consciousness. Therefore, consciousness alone is Satyam. The other two are mithya. This is how, well, this is anatma. This reflecting medium and reflected consciousness. That is going to come. Chidabhasa is also a anatma that is going to come now. So anyway, so and Ishvara is also what? Ishvara is also saying Chidabhasa. Well, in then reflecting medium is what? The Prapanchatrayam. And this Pratibimbatrayam. That's how, well, that Ishvara is called Vaishvanara, Hiranyagarbha and Antaryami. Ishvara. Esha Sarveshwaraha, Esha Sarvajnaha. In Mandukya Upanishad, 6th mantra talks about that Ishvara, Antaryami. So all three padas of Mandukya Karika, Mandukya Upanishad rather, not Karika, well, talks about this Vishvata is a Prajna or Virat, Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara, Antaryami. So they are mithya because they are Chidabhasa. Definitely, then the mediums are also there. Either the three bodies or Prapanchatrayam. Sthula Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha and Karana Prapancha. Maya. The fourth pada, well, that is the consciousness, which is the Turiya, which is distinct from these three. Alone is Satyam. Very disturbing fact actually. So, because Ishvara has been, he is considered, has been negated as a mithya, right? Jiva and Ishvara both. Jagat, of course, will be there. Jagat means, well, reflecting medium. Either a Shariyatraya or a Prapanchatraya. So, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara, all the three are negative. So, well, the Bhaktas will definitely, they get disturbed. You know, the Rabindranath Tagore's father, Devendranath Tagore, he joined Brahmo Samaj, who established in, I think, in 1948 by Rajaram Mohan Rai. And later, Devendranath Tagore, the father of Rabindranath Tagore, has established a religion called Brahmoism. What is that Brahmoism, you know? That the only reality is Brahman, non-dual, etc. And this Ishvara, etc. Is all humbug. So they rejected even temples, worship places and other, so many things. Ishvara has been totally negated. Because he basically, he dismissed, because he studied this Upanishad Shankar Bhashyam. And then he found Ishvara is mithya. And he established it. This is the most recent religion in India. And that is Brahmoism. I don't know, maybe in 1970s or 1960s or somewhere he must have established. Because Rajaram Mohan Rai established Brahmo Samaj. He joined it. And later he established this religion called Brahmoism. Like Hinduism. Right? Judaism. So Brahmoism. And in which so many things that he negated, but this thing also. No, there should not be any ritual, there should not be this should not. Totally negated. So, because Ishvara is mithya, but they don't know that even mithya is there, still it is very useful. So, Jiva Ishvatvadi Rahitaha Shivaha. The Shiva, this Sachidananda or Kutastha, well, is free from these inferior attributes of Jivatvam or superior attributes of Ishvara. He is free from that. He is a Turiya. And Adipadat, well, Jagat, worldness, etc. So Jivatvam, Ishvaratvam, Jagatvam, all the three are negated. Turiya, which appears in these three, well, alone is Satyam. These other three are Mithya. Kevalaha, non-dual. This Shiva is non-dual. Advaitam. In Mandukya Karik Upanishad, 7th mantra says Advaitam. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chaturtham Manyante Sa Atma Sa Vigneya. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. The Shiva is Advaita. Saprabha, self-evident, self-existent. What is self-evident? Self-existent. What is self-existent? Self-evident. So that is the Shiva has been established in Shiva Purana, which happens to be this Turiya, the Brahman or Kutastha, witness consciousness. So, well, then the big question now, Should I continue my puja or not? What happens to my bhakti? Well, the answer is by knowing mithya, nothing reduces. Well, just just we buy a movie ticket, knowing very well before buying the ticket, the whole thing, the whole jagat which is they are going, which I am going to see, is mithya. Everybody knows. Still, you buy a ticket, and you buy the ticket, you see, and you go through emotions also, various emotions also, positive, negative, everything. Deliberately undergo, and fully invoked emotions also. Similarly, voluntary we can invoke this world movie, Jiva and Ishvara, everything is part of that. And worship. We can go through all emotions. So, well, that's how Advaitin also is a great bhakta. Bhagavan himself has described, right? Gnani is a best bhakta, etc. Like other bhaktas. Other Dvaitin bhaktas are there, same way Advaitin also is a great bhakta. No iota of bhakti is disturbed in a person who has Advaita Jnana. No. So if bhakti is disturbed by Jnanam, then Jnanam is not clear. Something wrong in understanding. But so this Jnani puts a Vesha of a Jiva, Bhakta, devotee, and in front of Ishvara. Another, he gives a Vesha to this Ishvara Vesha, and he himself wears a Jiva Vesha and then do prayer. So what prayer? What he is asking? You say he everything belongs to him. He is the owner of everything, and now he is praying? Yes. Praying for what? Praying for others. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. No problem. No problem. Verse 60. What is the meaning of Shiva? Mangala Rupa. That's a Mangala Rupa. Why Mangala Rupa? Because this is what I want in my life. What? Ananda. That's it. If I get Ananda, source of Ananda, I tapped. Otherwise, I wait. One experience of Ananda and another experience of Ananda, in between I have to wait and toil also. My God, what is the life? What is life? He has tapped the source. Where he goes? Here itself. Nowhere he has to go. Nowhere he has to go. So close that it is in the form of Pratyak. Atma. The very I is the source of Ananda. That source of Ananda is never away. What a scripture's revelation. Imagine. It's Mangala Rupa. One who has tapped the source of Ananda, his life is Mangalam. One who gains Shiva is Mangalam. Verse 60. Maya bhasena jiveshau karotīti shrutatvatah Maikaveva jiveshau swachhau taukacha kumbhavat. So here Vidyaranya points out that Chidabhasa is understood as a Vyavarika Satyam. Chit will come under Satya category. Chidabhasa enjoys some status status of what? But Antakaranam. So same status you can say of Antakaranam. Or a world. Antakaranam is part of the world. So if you want to divide into two, Atma and Anatma, Chidabhasa belongs to which category? Belongs to Atma, belongs to Anatma, the world category. We say, well, Chidabhasa enjoys the same status as of Antakaranam, as world category. Otherwise, Chidabhasa, well, if and Chit, both you take it as a Satyam, Atma, then there will be duality. Chit is all Satyam, Chidabhasa is Satyam. No. Like between Atma and Anatma is Mithya. Chidabhasa also we put for the case of a reality, in terms of reality, let us say. In terms of ontological terms, well, we say it doesn't belong, it is not of the same category of Atma, but it's of the category of Anatma. If it is of the category of Atma, then there is a duality. Atma is Satyam and also this Chidabhasa. Consciousness is Satyam and this Chidabhasa, the reflected consciousness, is also Satyam. Then there is no Advaitam. Well, it's a duality. Therefore, we will say it belongs to, in terms of a reality, well, it has the same status of a Anatma, world. Well then, so Chidabhasa is also mithya. But how do you prove it? Shruti Vakya says that, Shruti Vakya says, this particular verse has appeared before also. And it is from a Nrsimha Tapaniya Upanishad. And it is mantra number 9. I don't know, somehow Acharya likes it so much, he has quoted here. He has already quoted in the previous chapters, but now again he is quoting. What is that? Maya bhasen jiveshau karoti iti shrutatvatah. Jiva bhasa, jiva. And Ishvara Chidabhasa, Ishvara, well, both are products of Maya. Maya abhasena jiveshau karoti. Jiva ishau karoti. It's a dual. So Chidabhasa. So both are product of Maya. If product of Maya, then Maya itself is mithya, then the product of Maya must be mithya. Therefore, this we can make it a logical statement. Chidabhasaha mithya. Why? Maikatvat. And like what? Prapanchavat, like the world. World is a product of Maya? Yes. So do you say world is mithya, Jagat mithya? Yes. The Chidabhasa also is a product of Maya. Who says? Nrsimha Tapani Upanishad. Maya bhasena jiveshau karoti. Maya abhasena jiveshau karoti. Maya karoti. Maya basically generates this Jiva and Ishvara. How? Abhasena. Very clear, right? And so Maya should be connected, with in the verse, Maya should be connected with the karoti. Maya karoti. Maya produces. Jiveshau, Jiva and Isha, by producing abhasa. Therefore, Jiva and Ishvara are what? Chidabhasa, abhasa. Then Maya is what? Maya is a medium, you can say. So, macro reflections. So, within Maya, of course, then there is Antakaranam. First, well, there is a macro Chidabhasa. And then within Maya, well, Antakarana is produced through Maya, we very well. Then Antakaranam or Karana Sharira, well, it is medium. Antakarana or Karana Sharira, you tell us. Karana Sharira. Are you sure? In Karana Sharira or in Antakarana? Antakarana is a Sukshma Sharira. You don't know? You don't know, Swamiji? Yeah, I know. Then tell one thing. Karana Sharira. Are you sure? Yes. Then do you want to change? Yes, I want to change. What? Antakarana. What are you saying? See, the very first thing is Maya does not produce. Yeah. This is another issue. Why? Maya produces, you say. Maya karoti. No, Maya doesn't produce. Why? Maya does not produce. Maya produces Chidabhasa. Maya produces reflection of this Brahman consciousness. Because it's a medium. So it produces. It cannot produce. Why? Maya is anadi. Brahman is anadi. What is anadi? Then when you say it produces, means it has a beginning. But they are beginningless. And therefore, Maya is anadi, so reflection also is anadi. The produces is as though. So, basically, if you say Maya, the Ishvara is nothing but the Chidabhasa in the medium called Maya, then Ishvara has a beginning. If Ishvara has a beginning, then he should not be worshipped. He himself will go away one day. And therefore, so idea is both are anadi. Still we say that Maya karoti, Jiva will talk later. So Maya karoti, Maya produces the abhasa called Ishvara. So Ishvara is produced. We say like that, but actually, because Maya provides a reflection of consciousness being medium. So we say like that, Maya karoti. Don't say that Maya really produces a Chidabhasa of Ishvara. And then later, Karana Sharira also will be there. Karana Sharira is a part of Maya only. Or, well, you can say Antakarana is produced, Sukshma Sharira is produced. Then the same Chidabhasa manifests in the Antakarana. So basically, either you say, whatever you like. Either you say Karana Sharira, either you say Sukshma Sharira, it is same. No Chidabhasa is produced. Therefore, Jiva is also anadi. Ishvara is anadi. Maya is anadi. And the Brahman also is anadi. No, nothing has a beginning, and therefore, definitely, this all Maya Jivesho Karoti. It is for the sake of saying Maya provides reflection, being a medium. Reflection of what? Consciousness, Brahman. So, Brahman is Anadi. Rest everything, well, which is dependent for the existence on Brahman, is Mithya. So, Maya is Mithya, Jiva is Mithya, and the reflection, Chidabhasa, definitely is Mithya. If medium itself is Mithya, then so Chidabhasa, both Jiva and Ishvara, reflections are also Mithya. This consciousness alone is Satyam. That is Anadi and it is Satyam. So he says, Maya karoti jivesho abhasena. Shrutatvatah, it has been said. Shrutatvatah means it has been said in the Shruti. And I told you the Simyatapani Upanishad. So Jivesh, what it wants to say is Jivesho Maikau. Maikau eva Jivesho. So macro, micro, Chidabhasa, Jiva and Ishvara, etc. are Maya Karyam. Right? And therefore, if it is a Maya Karyam, it is product of Maya. We'll put what will be the status of a Maya in terms of reality will be the status of a Chidabhasa, Jiva and Ishvara. And now, Maya produces the entire Jagat Panchabhutas and elemental world. That is Mithya. Maya also produces Jivesho. Maya also produces Chidabhasa. That is also Mithya. But it doesn't, one is totally inert. Elements and elemental world is totally inert. This Chidabhasa is a consciousness, conscious beings. And therefore, so they are sentient. So Maya produces both, sentient and insentient both. No, so he clarifies. Maikau eva jivesho swachau. Even though both are Maya Karyam, both are Maikam means Maya Karyam, but Chidabhasa is a finer product of Maya, Swachau. Panchabhutas are a gross product of a Maya. And he gives example, Kacha Kumbhavat. That's it. Mrit Kumbhavat, Kacha Kumbhavat. So, pot made up of a clay and pot made up of a glass. Definitely. Pot made up of a glass reflects, right? Reflects something. You see your face in that pot, yeah. And pot made up of a clay, no reflection. So basically, so it's a finer material, we can say. So Chidabhasa indicates it's a sentient, and but still, it's a finer material. That's how, and he explains that in a verse number 61. Annajanyam mano dehat swachayadvat tathaivatau maikavapi sarvasmad anyasmad swachhatam gatau. So both these Panchabhutas and Chidabhasa are product of Maya. Yet one is Jadam, other is Chetanam. And one example he gave, Kacha Kumbhavat, glass jar. So body and mind both are actually product of nourishment by Annam. Right? So Annamayam hi Somya Manaha. One is very gross and other is very subtle. But both are product of Annam, what you eat. That's what Chandogya said. The gross part, well, definitely of the food, well, is removed from the body as a malam. And the middle part of the body, a middle part of the annam, will produce this various gross things in the subtle body, like blood and these and semen and other things, and other things also, snayu, majja, everything. And the subtle part of the annam, produces the subtle body and the mind. That's what even Uddalaka gave this, Uddalaka told to, if you remember, to Shvetaketu, that to prove this point, Annamayam hi Somya Manaha, hey Somya, oh beautiful, oh bete, oh beautiful bete. So Annamayam hi Somya Manaha. The mind is Annamayam. Mind is a product of Annam. And then the Shvetaketu was not agreeing. Then Uddalaka said, do the fast for 15 days. And right now you are so brilliant, the whole recensions of the Samaveda you are speaking. I mean, you know, but after 15 days I will ask you. And really he fasted for 15 days. He took water so he could survive. And after 15 days, well, Pitaji asked. He could not, nothing comes to his mind. So, well, then he also agreed that mind is ultimately when a product, the subtle part of the Annam. Mind is able to, such a mind which is Swachham, so definitely is able to reflect consciousness directly, which is called reflected consciousness. So, Annajanyam Manaha Swachhaha. Annajanyam, product of Annam, the mind is Swachhaha, of a finer quality. Like in the clothes also, they I think go by counts or something. So, well, some cotton, let us say, if a certain cotton has a 110 counts, some cotton has a 200 counts, then 200 counts cotton, well, definitely very thick cotton. 110 counts or even less than that is a little subtler, very thin cotton. It's like that. So, Annajanyam Manaha Swachhaha Dehat. Deha also is a product of Annam, but Dehat Swachhaha, Manaha. So, both are product of Annam, but Manaha Swachhaha, my mind is of a finer quality compared to Deha, Dehat, Panchami, then the physical body. Yadvat, just as this is the case, Tathaiva in the same manner, Tau. Tau means this Jiveshav, this Jiva and Ishvara, Swachhatam Gatau. They have extreme fineness. This Jiveshav means this Chidabhasas have extreme fineness. Sarvasmat Anyasmat, from all others. From all others means what? From Panchabhutas. That's it. From the Panchabhutas. Medium also Panchabhuta. And other than Chidabhasa is the medium. Medium is Panchabhuta. So Sarvasmat Anyasmat means from all others, means from Panchamahabhutas. Compared to that, well, this Jiveshav, the Chidabhasa, called Jiva and Ishvara, micro Chidabhasa, have extreme fineness. That is how they are able, the medium where they are reflected, the mind, etc., is very fine. So this Chidabhasa, which is reflected in a micro medium, Maya and Antakarana, also have a fineness compared to other things. Maiko api. So even though created by the Jada Maya, etc., well, still they are the Chidabhasa. In terms of a reality, they are Mithya only. And then further he says something, we'll see. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.